Hey guys, Amir here with the first of a 21 video series leading up to the start of the Premier League. The first 20 videos are going to be team-by-team previews for the Premier League season, and the last one will be my preview for what the Premier League will finish like at the end of the season. So let's start off with Arsenal, alphabetically. So where have Arsenal left off last season? So Arsenal finished third in the Premier League. They finished on 75 points, 12 behind eventual champions Chelsea, and they finished 5 points ahead of United in fourth, and a further 6 points, that's 11 in total, ahead of Tottenham in fifth. So beyond that, in the Cups, Arsenal won the Community Shield 3-0 against Man City last season. It's a glorified friendly, but they did win it, let's be fair. At the same time, the FA Cup, they won it against Aston Villa. They retained it, I should say. And then the League Cup, they were eliminated in the third round by Southampton. And in the Champions League, in the round of 16, Monaco took care of them. So that's what their season looked like last year. For the upcoming season, I think they're going to be hoping to be title contenders. I think Arsenal feel, after a couple of strong summers of signings, that they are in a position to now challenge for the title and challenge for trophies on all fronts, except for probably the Champions League. So, from that perspective, who have they brought in? The major arrival has been Petr Cech from Chelsea for about £11 million. He goes into the team. He took the number 33, but he'll be their starting goalkeeper. There's no doubt about that. It'll be probably David Ospina backing him up. And so that's their major in. As far as their outs, they've had Lucas Podolski leave, Abu Diaby left, Rio Miyaichi left, and a couple of less prominent youth players. But all in all, none of those players had a key part in the team last season, or really any part, so I don't think any of them are a big loss for them. The manager's still Arsene Wenger. He's been there for years. He's won the Premier League before. He's, over the past couple of years, picked up again. I would say in the middle, probably from about 2007 to maybe 2013 or so, for about 5 or 6 years. He was not the manager that he had been in the beginning, but I think he's recalibrated after the debt was paid off for the Emirates. And now at this point, I feel like he is ready to go again for the title, and he is ready to be a winner once more, having won the FA Cup twice already to end his trophy drought, I should say. So squad-wise, what are Arsenal's teams going to look like for the upcoming season? Arsenal, for me, are going to play a 4-2-3-1 formation with Cech in goal, Bellerin, Gabriel, Koscielny, and Gibbs in the back four. Pivot of Coquelin and Santi Cazorla. In front of them, you'll probably see Ramsey, Ozil, Sanchez, and then Giroud up front. So that is a strong starting 11, in my opinion. The standout players for me are going to be Alexis Sanchez and probably, I'd say, Mesut Ozil. To many people's surprise, I would assume. Alexis Sanchez is obvious. He has pace, power, he scores goals, gets assists. He's one of the best players in the Premier League last season, no doubt about it. After that, Ozil, I know he divides opinion, but for me, Ozil, when he's played as a number 10, is one of the best number 10s in the world. And I think that Wenger this season will deploy him in that role, so I'm expecting many things from him this season. I think he's going to be high up there on the assist chart. As far as the weak links in the squad, I would say probably center back. Gabriel is not proven in the Premier League, and their alternative is Mertesacker. Yeah, Mertesacker. I think I can just stop at Mertesacker. And then in the defensive midfield pivot, they have Coquelin and they have Santi Cazorla. And I don't think Santi Cazorla is as defensively capable as he should be, although they can play Jack Wilshere there, so I think they're covered from that perspective. But all in all, I do think they're probably about a defensive midfielder light. So the biggest strengths Arsenal have: pace. Theo Walcott, Alexis Sanchez, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Danny Welbeck. These are all players with tremendous pace who can sort of pull the opposition wide and get them out of position to create spaces for midfielders like Cazorla and Ramsey to get onto, and Ozil for that matter. And they can put in chances when possible for the likes of Giroud and Welbeck. So I think that's definitely going to be their biggest strength. Their biggest challenge is going to be that lack of a center back, I would say, the fourth one. In addition, they're also weak in defensive midfield. If Coquelin cannot replicate his season from last year, they have no hope of challenging for the title. Absolutely zero chance if Coquelin falls off a cliff. And that's the big thing. Wenger's put all his eggs in the Coquelin basket. He could have gone for Schneiderlin, could have gone toe-to-toe with United. He chose not to. And at this point now, if Coquelin bombs, the fans are going to be on his back like crazy. So for me, that's Arsenal for the upcoming season. And I'm expecting big things of them. I think they should be competing for the title, but do I think they'll win it? You'll have to wait for the last video in the series to find out. I forgot to mention earlier, as always, like, share, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you.